quick before.
Oh, that's like the kept going. Kept going
It's like the
past
longest intro we've ever done.
kept going past what I'm used to. Like we've been gone too long. We forgot what to do. What do we do now,
Yeah,
Q?
shit.
What do we do? What do we do?
Oh, no.
Don't make fun of retards. Welcome to Pigspod, the politically incorrect gaming podcast. Where have we been? What have we been doing? I don't know. Q's been on his phone texting.
Yeah, a little bit.
I don't know. Should we start there? We better start with like where we been. People have been hitting you up,
Yeah.
fucking freaking out. Q, are you dead? Have you died?
People wondered.
Have you pulled a Breaking Bad? Have you started selling meth?
Well, I got
Hanging
hard
out
up for
with
money.
teenage boys?
No. Well,
Out
let's
in the middle
see.
of the desert in your underwear. Nothing weird
yeah.
about that. I mean, whatever.
Well, let's see. 2 weeks ago, we skipped it. We skipped recording, and with the intentions of recording later in the week because of the House of Wolves release.
Mm-hmm.
So, we were like all stuck playing that for a while, and then last week, our kids just got out of school, so we've been doing things with the kids now, and then I've been kind of under the weather back last week, and the wife was kind of sick, and it just last week was just like a culmination of all things bad. I went almost 2 weeks without even fucking turning on the Xbox. So, well, the Xbox was turned on, but not by me.
Yeah.
So,
Technically, yeah. Huh.
so what about you? What have you been doing?
Fun and exciting. I don't know. I'm not sure what I want to discuss.
Okay.
What have I been doing today, yesterday, all the time? I'm at work a lot. Kind of like, let's just talk podcast related. Where have we been? Why haven't we been doing it? Well, like Q said, he's been busy. He's been trying to be like an adult,
Fuck that.
drinking all his Coca-Cola like an adult does. He's got 3 of them there.
No, one's empty, one's not empty, and the other one hasn't been opened yet.
Oh, okay. I wish I had a Coke, but
I mean,
So
I'd get you one if I could, but
I know.
Yeah.
Just mail it to me. It might blow up when it gets here, but so I've been busy. I haven't been on. I've been doing other things. Maybe a little bit of that time I was playing Destiny, but stuff happens. I'm not playing Destiny right now as we're sitting here speaking.
I'd like to. If
I'm
I
just-
could carry the bandwidth, I would be playing Destiny while we were sitting here.
Yeah. Don't do that. That won't be fun. So we've been busy. I thought about recording some Oreo show stuff, and also I got screwed over by my landlord that I lived in a place. Have I talked about this on the podcast yet?
No, I didn't know.
Oh,
You haven't even talked to me about this.
Like a place I lived 2 years ago. All right. I moved out and I moved into my new place where I'm at now. Okay. It was almost 2 years ago. And then I get a letter in the mail saying, hey, fuckhead. Well, not in so many words, but it's like, hey, you damaged the carpet and the walls and
What?
the this and the that. And I found my move-in inventory sheet. You know when you move into an apartment or a house or whatever, you fill out a sheet. The walls are damaged. Check. The floors are shitty. Check. The carpet's old and shitty. Check. On my move-in inventory sheet, it shows all this stuff's already fucked up.
Right.
Signed off by the property manager, which is different from the owner, but it doesn't really matter. So they wait 2 years to send me this thing. Hey, you did this and this and this. And I sent him Well, first I sent him a validation. I'm like, well, can you prove you are who you say you are? Because there's fraudulent shit going on out there. And so what they sent me was a copy of something they just printed off. They could have just typed up in Word real quick. That's all they sent me was a typed up inventory of carpet damaged, $150, paint on the walls, $50, whatever. All this bullshit that added up to I forget what it was, $250 or something. And then handwritten on the bottom of the paper was an additional $110 fee or some shit for a collection fee. He hand wrote this on this inventory he sent me, and it says collection fee $321. So they're trying to...
Oh, fuck that guy.
They're trying to validate why I own this money. And this is how he validates that, yeah, we are who we say we are. Look at this printer sheet that we hand wrote on the bottom and changed the total of what, like, I'm pretty sure, like, if you took that to court, like a printed off just whatever sheet that's handwritten on it, I'm pretty sure whatever you wrote in hand is void. That doesn't count. It, as unprofessional as the printed off thing that you hand me in the first place is.
Did they send you like a post move out? Like,
no, they wouldn't contact. When we first moved out, we kept calling and calling the property manager, and like she would ducking and dodging us all the time. But like when she would answer, like, oh yeah, you know, your deposit's on the way, and then like nothing, and then like, so we were like, all right. So then a year and a half, almost 2 years later, we get this letter, whatever. Get to the point. It says $321 that I owe. Okay, so I sent him a thing. A copy of my move-in inventory sheet, a paper that says, even though I have this proof that shows I don't owe you this money, because I want to avoid court and all the hassle and everything, I'll just pay you the $321. If you sign this paper right here that says this is the end of it, I give you the $321. There's no more legal anything, nothing. Okay?
Now, you're nicer than I am.
He sends me back a thing. Well, did he even send me back a thing? He didn't even send me back a thing. He filed with the court saying that in my agreeing to pay the $321 is admittance to guilt. Saying, see, he said he's going to give me $321. He's saying he's guilty.
Nah, fuck that guy.
So
Take
it jumped from 300. Well, we'll get there in a second. It jumped from $321 to $650 something for court fees, lawyer fees. I mean, lawyers got to get paid, you know. It's a lot of work being an asshole and a liar. So whatever, $651, whatever. So I do all the court shit. There's a deadline, like by February 20th, whatever, have this in, have this paperwork in, have this in. And I sent the courts my evidence. I sent them my move-in inventory sheet. I filed all of it with the court. I mailed it all to his lawyer. I have all of it on hand. I have letters. I have envelopes. I sent it certified. I did everything you're supposed to do. And I never got anything more from them. And like, so then I never hear anything. So I'm waiting to like see, okay, when's my court date going to be? When are we going to actually go in? And I even went and talked to a lawyer, before I agreed to pay the $321, and he even told me, yeah, just pay the $321, because if you end up going to court, this is going to cost, you know, upwards of $700-800. So just pay the $320. So all of this has nothing to do with games. Whatever. This is where I've been. This is why I've been busy. This is why the podcast isn't up. So I said I'll give you the $321. He's going to give me the money because he's guilty. Take him to court. Okay, it's $650. File the paperwork, and then I get my check like a month and a half ago, something like that. And it's like $300 short. I'm like, oh, because sometimes the secretary at works forgets like hours on there. You know, it happens. Right. Some people are dumb. And then she hands me this pamphlet that's, oh, there's a garnishment coming out of your check. And I'm all, what? And I immediately know what it is. Okay, and guess how much it is now that he's gone through and the court just agreed with him and ignored all my evidence that I submitted and all the paperwork that I sent, even though in the paperwork the courts gave me said everything that's filed by either side has to be sent to both sides. So like whatever I file, I have to mail to them and file it with the court. Whatever they file with the court, they're supposed to file it and mail it to me. I never saw anything from the court or from his lawyers. But anyway, so it went from $321 I originally owed, said I'd pay it. He filed with the court. It became $650. Now what do you think it is when he takes it out the garnishment? It's $867.
Yep, it's usually about a 25% increase.
Okay, $867. And they automatically take 25% of my check. So the more
Yep.
hours I work, the more money they take. So I'm like, fucker. So
Have you gone before a judge yet?
no, they already settled and did all their stuff and said, no, you pay.
But you never went before a judge.
Nope, they never even had a court case. They just automatically put it through, and the judge put his sentencing and said, yep, looks good to me. Take his money. Because this is an apartment. This is a business versus an individual. Obviously, the business is right, not the individual.
Yeah, but you should have. Well,
I should have, but it was too late at the time. I should have immediately, when they went to $650, I should have went back to the lawyer I went to in the first place, because he said he could have this done in court in an hour or two, and he'd only charge me, 100. I think he wanted like 180 an hour. But he's all, I don't know. It might have saved me money. It might have not. But anyways, that first check, they took like $350 on my check. It was a check I wasn't expecting. Because I work like almost every day, sometimes 6 days a week, like 10, 12 hours a day. So all my overtime and everything adds up. So they took like $350 that I was expecting to have. So now I have $350 in bills that aren't paid. And then what happens when you don't pay bills?
You go to collections.
They charge you
do
fees.
this all over again.
They charge you $20 here, $40 here. I ended up going to like payday loan places to pay some bills.
Oreo.
And then, we'll get there in a second. So then, and their fees are $8 a week per $100. So because of this asshole that I moved out 2 years ago thinks I owe money for carpet, I'm now fucked for like a couple $1,000s by the time I'm done with this shit.
You can go after him in civil court.
Because he wouldn't just take my $321 in the first place.
You can totally go after them in civil court.
Still?
Oh God, yeah. Because you number one, you have the, you can go and challenge your garnishment, because, given the fact that you have a kid, you can go before a judge and claim that, like, hey, judge, I have a kid, I can't do this. And, if you play the poor pitiful me card strong enough, the judge will throw out the garnishment. Yeah. Or he'll lessen the garnishment, or he'll like postpone the garnishment, whatever. You have a ton of options there. But given the fact that you have all the paperwork that shows that you've done everything above board, yeah, you can totally go after him in civil court for damages.
The one thing, too, is there's a Utah law, and I live in Utah, obviously, that if you do not send within 30 days of somebody moving out, send them an inventory of what you owe them or what they owe you. If you don't do that within 30 days, you have to give 100% of the full deposit back. And I think like $100 fee or some shit on top of that. I forget. I have to look up the law.
Yeah, I mean,
I have all this stuff in my folder that's like right over there.
No, I
have everything though. I have everything sent certified mail. I have the dates of the envelopes when I got them. I have everything. It's just
I get so frustrated when people get screwed by landlords.
I just can't believe like the way the court system works. What's up, Grimlock? We'll be talking about games in a second. I just can't believe the way the court system works. Like, yeah, whatever. They don't even look at the evidence. Isn't that the point of submitting evidence? Like, literally, the judge looked at the paperwork and said, "Okay, apartment business versus Oreo." Okay, obviously, apartment business wins. Next case. I mean, I understand they're going through a thick stack of fucking shit every day, and they're trying to get through it as fast as possible. But that's not how the court system is supposed to work. You're not supposed to immediately have a bias towards a business.
Well,
Like
see, the thing of it is
Coca-Cola
that,
versus Lisa Hernandez. Oh, Coca-Cola wins. No.
well, see, the thing of it is, and we're because of the stuff that we've been going through, personally with our stuff.
Yeah.
I try to get people to understand that it's not a bias towards a certain individual, or it's not a bias towards the company. What it is their lawyer, the apartment company's lawyers, they play golf with the judge.
Yeah. Well, and he has a really good lawyer. Like the lawyer I went and talked to, like knew the lawyer immediately. And so when every other lawyer knows the lawyer you're talking about, obviously it's like, and that's part of it too, I'm sure.
Yeah.
He sees apartment LLC. Oh, Greg Hammond or whatever. I can't remember the lawyer's name off the top of my head, so I'm not saying his name right here, but Greg Hammond versus Cameron, a.k.a. Oreo, no lawyer, doesn't have much money. Oh, what's up? So, like, whatever. It's kind of ridiculous. What's up, both assassin? He's both assassin.
Yeah, that's awesome. But, yeah, so, I mean...
It's ridiculous. It's so... So that's why the podcast hasn't been up on iTunes for a second. And that's why we've been busy. Q and I have both been busy. So, but anyways, we need to talk about games.
Yes.
Finally. I don't know if I want to talk about what happened to me with Destiny, because that's not the topic of today. Well, maybe we'll get into that someday. Why I'm no longer playing Destiny. I don't know if I'll play Destiny again. But
yes, you will.
Silent Hills. Okay, there's so much information out there and so many rumors and stuff out there. So we need to cover them. Like the rumor of the day is that Microsoft is buying Silent Hills. Okay.
What?
Yeah. I don't know who started the rumor, but somebody's like, "Oh, Microsoft's buying Silent Hills for $1 billion." Or I don't think they even said $1 billion. What's up, Artisan? I can't say your name, bro. So Silent Hills being bought by Microsoft. Somebody said billions. Somebody said 1 billion. Blah, blah, blah. Like, okay, here's the problem with that right away. How I knew it was fake before looking up anything. Microsoft's not going to dish out $1 billion for anything. Microsoft didn't even spend $1 billion on the Surface tablet. Microsoft doesn't have $1 billion in most of their things. Xbox, maybe $1 billion. I mean, when they purchased Minecraft, what did they spend on Minecraft? Like $2.5 billion?
Oh, yeah, something like that. It was like 2.4.
Yeah. Okay, but that's Minecraft. That when you own Minecraft, that's Arctic Nirvana. Oh, that makes a lot more sense. I just can't read. I'm dyslexic, I guess. What's up, Nirvana? Like when you have Minecraft on PlayStation, on mobile, on computer, on Xbox, both Xboxes, all the consoles. I think it's on everything but Wii. I mean, because Wii can't even handle the graphics that are in Minecraft. So
and that's supposed to be what, 16-bit?
That's worth $2.5 billion for the amount of money you can make off of that. Do they have microtransactions in any versions of Minecraft?
I guess if you count maybe buying map skins or
I know.
Like,
so yeah,
I guess
skins,
skin packs.
Maybe.
I guess you can consider that microtransactions, but I mean,
I think advertising alone though, for how many, as soon as you own Minecraft, how many millions of users you automatically gain, that's worth $2.5 billion. Do you think Silent Hills is worth anything above 50 million?
I don't really think so. I mean, I think Silent Hill has always been kind of a niche game anyway.
Yeah.
It's not been like a big selling franchise, like if you compare it against,
It's not something you can say and everyone recognize it.
Right.
Even if somebody doesn't know what Minecraft is, you just mention Minecraft and somebody, yeah, I heard of that.
Yeah, everybody.
Say Silent Hills, most people aren't going to know it, even though there's movies, there's games, aren't there like comic book series? Even though I think they're fan made, they're not official, but
right.
But anyways, the main focus we're talking about is the Silent Hills game with Norman Reedus from The Walking Dead. Microsoft was planning to buy it. Phil Spencer officially came out on Twitter and said, "No, sorry, we're not looking to buy it." I don't know who started the rumor. not only we're not looking to buy it, but like we definitely wouldn't be spending $1 billion on the game. It's not even worth $1 billion, even if they own the entire franchise. Also in there that was obviously fake is some dude was like, yeah, the game's like 80% done. No, it's not.
No.
Norman Reedus barely went in for any motion capture of anything. He was in there for like a day, a few hours, just to fill out what's in the PT, the playable teaser, which if you guys don't know, that's what's on PlayStation 4. You go to YouTube, look up PT. That shit that's 6 to 8 hours, depending how you play it, of amazing horror. Here, we're going to get into this word problem again. Horror gameplay. Like, one of the best horror games. I was so excited. So excited. So, like, just I'm saddened that it's gone.
I can hear you touching yourself through the microphone, dude.
Well, touching myself and tearing up at the same time.
Yeah,
like touching myself over
forget
how amazing the game was and tearing up because it's gone. It's over. But Microsoft is not buying it for $5 even. Now, they might buy it for $5. So all the controversy, everything, there's all kinds of rumors. This person's buying it, that person's buying it. Why is Konami getting rid of it? Blah, blah, blah. Okay, well, we need to open up, open everyone's mind, open everyone's eyes to what's actually going on. First of all, if you're on Pigspod on the Facebook page, I already covered like all this. What the hell Konami really is. Konami is not a video game company. Yes, they owned a small video game division, but they're not a video game company. Konami is a Japanese gaming company, a Japanese entertainment company, I should say. They own casinos, they own toy companies, they own a ton of stuff over in Japan that they make way more money on than any of their gaming titles. Way more money. Like, I put up on the Facebook page a little graph that shows from 2009 up to 2014 their casino millions and millions that they're raking up. And on the same graph, 2009 to 2014, the money they were making from games going down and down and down. Now, I think the franchises they own are like Silent Hills, Metal Gear Solid. What else do they own? Is this one I'm going to have to go look up?
You're going to have to, because the only one I could think of was Metal Gear.
Metal Gear Solid 5, which was done, which I guess they're going to finish it and release it. I guess that's the word on the street right now, and that's their last console game. I guess Konami, the Japanese digital entertainment, that's what they're called, digital entertainment. I guess that's it. Metal Gear Solid 5, it's already done, so they're going to finish publishing it and releasing it, and then that's it. They're done with console games, and they're going to focus on mobile gaming, I guess. Since they're making so much money in casinos in Japan, they're like, why don't we do casino games? So they're going to do like gambling, poker, those kind of weird, I don't know.
And they'll probably make $1 billion at doing it, too.
Yeah, they'll probably make more money off of that, even though everyone's kind of like, not everyone, but a lot of people are pissed and like, I'm not going to buy anything Konami, anything. I don't care, whatever. Let's see. Police Knots? What the hell is that? Castlevania, Predator,
I didn't know they
Space
Predator.
King, Missile X, Frogger. Wow, they own Frogger?
Somebody owns Frogger still? I didn't realize they were still a thing.
It says from 1981, released by Sega, owned by Konami.
Oh, no shit.
I think Mega Man. Don't they own Mega Man?
Don't make me go to Google.
I'm on it right now, but it's going through the years, so I'm in the 80s, working my way up to the 90s.
Jesus.
Teenage Mutant Ninja Turtles game. Holy shit!
I remember that. Was that the one for? Was that the one for the
Nintendo?
Nintendo. Yeah.
Yeah. They own that. Let's see. They own.
That was a great
they
game.
own a lot of games. I'm just picking out the ones that I recognize the name. If you just look it up, X-Men, G.I. Joe. Holy cow. F1 World Racing. I think they also own like that Wipeout racing game or whatever. You know what I'm talking about? The little flying space pods, whatever.
Mm-hmm.
I think they own that. It looks like they own a few like lower level sports games, like fake sports games, because EA owns all the actual sports games.
Yeah.
Like Fisherman, Hip Hop Mania. Oh, that sounds like a fun game.
Oh shit.
NBA Play by Play, Beat Mania, Dance Dance. Oh, they own Dance Dance Revolution. Okay, how the fuck were they not making money off of all their gaming? They were.
Well, Dance Dance Revolution isn't that much of a thing anymore. Like, I mean, it's still a thing, but it's not like
It is in, I guess, not as much as casinos in Asia, but it is in Asia.
Yeah, but it's not as big in the U.S. as it used to be.
Guitar Freaks, they own a ton of golf games. Silent Scope, oh dude, that arcade game Silent Scope, they own that.
That's
shit.
a cool game.
How are they not like? Okay, I guess they were making money, just not as much as they're making in their casinos.
Well, a company of that size, their overhead must be fucking obscene. So, they might be making, $10 billion off their video games, but if their overhead is like $12 billion, they're not making any money, and they're
they're just cutting the fat. I guess that's
yeah.
I don't know if it translates as that, because like most of their studio heads and big guys are Japanese, but I guess that's technically what they said. Oh, we're just cutting the fat. Like, they weren't making enough. And they didn't even talk about like selling any of the franchises or any of the games or anything. They just said, we're done with it. We're going to hang on to it.
They were just going to mothball it?
Yeah. Like,
jeez.
And for how much, especially around Silent Hills alone, I mean, there's 2 different petitions going online. I've signed both. One of them has something like 160,000 supporters, and the other one that just started a few days ago has 35,000 supporters, and Norman Reedus is one of those. Guillermo del Toro is one of the ones for the other one, the 168,000. Like, both of them. Kojima is the only one that's been kind of silent. He's the main mastermind behind this. He's the one that when Silent Hills was coming out, PT was coming out, he was the one that said, I want to make a game so scary you literally shit your pants.
Ah, and it was right there. I mean, it was at his fingertips, too.
It was so close. Silent Hills was so good. It's at least there's still the YouTube videos to watch people play PT.
Did you see all the things on eBay where people were selling their...
Yeah, eBay pulled them down. eBay said it's against eBay policy. I guess the way eBay explained it is you're selling hardware, and you can't count the software that you don't own as upping the price. So you can sell your PlayStation with PT on it, but you can't indicate in any way that PT is on it or try to charge more because PT is on it.
Well, I just sold it for like $10,000 and said, this has nothing to do with PT. I swear. I promise.
I'm sure somebody tried that. I'm sure somebody. But they pulled them all down within like a day. I guess it was the same thing with Flappy Birds, the same exact reason. It was up for a little while, and people were buying the shit out of Flappy Bird phones. The same with PlayStation 4s with PT on there, until eBay saw it and was like, nah, that ain't cool. You can't sell your PlayStation 4 to some kid for $1,200 just because it has PT on it.
Whatever happened? Hasn't the guy that did Flappy Birds, hasn't he filed for like bankruptcy or something?
No, he's made new games.
Has he?
There's a second Flappy Birds. It's not Flappy Birds though. It's called Swing Copter. And instead of going horizontal, you go up. And there's little hammers that swing across the screen, and you control your guy going sideways. And it's harder than Flappy Birds.
I never got into playing Flappy Bird, so...
Now, he made too much money from that shit. You think he was making, like... I heard $50,000 a day, but I don't think it was that much. I think it was something like $10,000-15,000 a day, which is still... You're just sitting there. You made a stupid little game with a bird that you push a button and it goes up, down. You're making $15,000 a day.
That may or may not look like Mario Brothers.
No, it doesn't look like Mario Brothers. He drew those. Those are...
Yeah, sure. Okay.
He drew those. He dreamt. They came to him in a dream.
It's one of those things Jesus told him to do it. Yeah, I got you.
Jesus, the Moroni came down and told him green pipes. He's like, oh yeah, green pipes. No one's ever done that before. So everyone's crossing their fingers, hoping that Philip Spencer is lying, that Microsoft is actually buying Silent Hills.
I doubt it.
I don't know. Like, everyone's wondering if that's why. Like, I think that's why the rumor started, is because when Konami pulled it, or Sony, I don't know who officially like pushed the button and pulled it from the Sony online store to remove it so you can't download it anymore. I don't know who pushed that button or whose decision that was, but everyone's like, oh my God, look, Microsoft must have bought it. They're taking it off so you can't play it on Sony anymore. And it's going to be, they're going to talk about it at E3, and it's going to be on Xbox One exclusive, blah, blah.
No, I doubt that. Honestly, I figured that instead of it being an exclusive, I figured it would be a cross-platform. But at least that's what I was hoping, because I really didn't want to have to buy a PS4 just for that one game, because that's all I would play.
Yeah, that's what I was hoping when they first announced it. But I was going to buy a PS4 just for that. That's how sexy that game looked. I was going to get it. It looked good. I don't know if it would have been good, sad. But too bad. I guess Guillermo del Toro, Norman Reedus, both of them have said we'll work on anything. Even if it's not Silent Hills, we'll do another game. We'll do a completely different title, whatever. I don't know. They just want to make fans happy. Because I guess Norman Reedus, his freaking Twitter's been blowing up. What's going on? What's going on? You must know. He's like, no, I don't know. I was there like one day for a few motion capture things. So, unfortunately, that's too bad. So, I think if they really wanted to, if Kojima would come out and just crowdfund stuff, which is our next topic, crowdfunding.
You know, I really don't think I don't think it's a money issue.
Well, it wasn't for Konami, but it is for Kojima. He doesn't have enough money to put up a title like Silent Hills.
Well, yeah, no, I'm just saying. I think there's something more deep and more sinister than it being a money issue for Kojima, because, like, you know, you're right. If there was to be a crowdfunding, like a mission to do a Silent Hill crowdsourcing, you know, people would go through the roof. I mean, even if those, 160 some thousand signatures, I mean, shit, even if they only gave like $5, I mean, that's more than enough to cover the cost of them doing, to do development. I mean, I really think they could do a full video game on less than $500,000, or right at $500,000.
Oh yeah, it's been done before. I mean,
and it would still look fucking sexy.
Yeah, I don't know. I don't know. There's been, like I said, Kojima's the only one I haven't really heard anything from. Del Toro, where was it? I think it was on his Twitter the other day. He said something about it's gonna happen. Something like that. I can't remember. The way he worded it acted like, we're going to do something. I don't care what happens. I want to work on a horror video game. That's a hard word. Horror. I'm going to work on a horror. I'm going to work on a whore. I'm going to work on a horror video game. I said horror way too many times. So he basically, like what he was saying, there's a fly buzzing around my face. That's why I'm swatting the air. It's going to happen. There's going to be a horror video game with Guillermo del Toro and Norman Reedus. Whether it's now or in 5 years, who knows? Whether it's going to have $8 million behind it or 80,000, who knows? I just hope they do something. The Silent Hills, as far as it is now, Konami owns it, so they can't use Silent Hills. They would have to just rebrand a whole new game. Come up with a whole new story, so... Yeah, burn all the flies, right? I thought about buying... I need one of them mini drones. See, here, Konami, if you want to get into mobile games, here you go. Hook up a mini drone to my phone with an electric fly zapper on it, and I'll play on my phone and follow the flies around. That'd be fun as shit. Sitting here and trying to swat at him is not as fun as flying a little drone on my phone, trying to zap the shit out of the flies.
Have you seen that there was a YouTube video going around of some phone app that uses your camera as part of the in game, and it uses it, and you shoot each other with it while with your phone?
Not that one. I'm thinking of a different one, but that sounds badass too.
Yeah, and it's all based on it's based on your some type of like multiplayer server system and your
Are you talking
phone's.
about the one you fly the drones?
No. You're basically like consider using your phone kind of like a gun,
Yeah.
and you're tapping a button on your screen and it's using the camera on your phone to shoot your opponents, and you're basically you're in a room with each other and you're shooting each other using your phones and your cameras and shit. Like, it looked really really cool, but it's just but the way they did the YouTube video was they were like in this public square, and there's like four of them, and it's like 2-on-2, and they're hunting each other through the public square, and they're like bobbing and weaving around other people and shit like that. I mean, that's just a fucking FBI search warrant away from being really really bad. But I mean, it looked like it'd be a lot of fun.
That'd be cool. They have a drone one, actually. I'm trying to find it. I can't find it. There's AR drone. Maybe that's what it is. But they have a drone one that you use your phone and your drones, and you put on like your headphones through your phone, and it'll play noises, and you can push a button to shoot. So nothing's actually coming out of the drone, but to the other drone, you're getting shot at. So the other person's phone, it looks like they're getting shot at. And so, as far as I know, it's only 2-player, and you have to be pretty close to each other. But you can fly around your drones with your phone and shoot at each other with your phone.
That's pretty cool.
I'm trying to find it. The one I was going to talk about, since we're talking about crowdfunding, though, one that I'm going to support, maybe if my landlord will ever let me have some money. It's called. Now I got to look it up. But anyways, it's that same kind of thing. You use your phone. I wish I had my phone for a visual here. Okay, so again, a horror game. This is obviously my favorite genre of video game. So you take your phone, you turn off all the lights in your house, and you turn on the game. And you point the camera around your house. Okay. And something comes flying across the screen. And it looks like it just crossed the hallway. And you have to be wearing your headphones at the same time, plugged into your phone. And I guess the game uses every single thing in your phone. It uses the GPS to know if you're at your house or if you're at your friend's house. It uses the camera. It uses the LED. It uses the accelerometer. It uses it uses everything in your entire phone. And I guess when you first get the game, you turn it on and you let it scan your whole house. You walk around your whole house. And then you push a button that says scan complete, and then you turn off the lights and you're ready to play the game. So let's say you can be walking down your hallway, and on your phone screen, it's kind of like that one video game. You remember those two little creepy Chinese girls could only see the ghosts when they were holding up the camera?
Yeah.
And when they actually looked, they weren't there. It's exactly like that. So on your phone, you're seeing your hallway, and there's something standing in your hallway, and then you look in your hallway and it's not there. And the thing will be flashing on the screen, and your phone will be flashing its LED to the exact timing of what's flashing in the game. And I guess the game it knows where walls are, it knows where hallways are, so it knows when it's gonna have a little kid run across, it knows where on your phone it should be. I guess the sounds are dynamic and they'll change. So if you're in the hallway and there's something in the kitchen, it'll sound in your headphones, it'll sound like it came from the kitchen. The whole game has your entire house mapped out, and when it wants to make
this game?
I'm trying to look it up right now.
You gotta look it up because it's drawing me in. I'm I want to play that right now.
The saddest thing about it is they're not even looking for a beta version until February 2016. It's in alpha right now. I want to say it's called Night Terror. Yeah, it's called Night Terror.
Night Terror.
Yeah.
I'm going to Google that now.
It looks so sexy. The guy, oh my God, it looks so good. Yeah, Fatal Frame is the video game I'm talking about. Thank you, Nirvana. The one where the little creepy Japanese girls are looking through their camera. That's exactly what this is. You should watch their video, though. They have a video up on YouTube kind of demonstrating how it's going to work. The one thing that kind of ticks me off about it is the first one he's working on is the iOS version. Android's coming later, which
of course
kind of sucks because I'm an Android user. But fuck, I'll buy a shitty iPhone just for that. It looks so good, dude. Augmented reality game.
I've got it here if you haven't got it yet.
Night Terror.
It says they've reached a milestone. We'll come to that.
Night Terror.
Our aim is to create the scariest game ever made. It's a highly immersive, photorealistic, binaural augmented reality survival horror game for mobile devices. Gameplay takes place at home after dark with the lights off and your headphones on. Think about a system that understands where you are in your environment and is able to exploit that information in order to create an unbelievable augmented reality experience. Think about playing a game where the storyline involves you. Consider a feature full of movies you star in. Experiences that seem real and scenarios, in our case, that are freakishly frightening. This is your house. This is your apartment. This is your environment. This is Night Terrors.
Yeah, Night Terrors.
Yeah,
this has an S on the end of it. So, depending how much money you put in it, they'll even put you in the game. You can be a voice actor, or you can have your body scanned, and they'll make you one of the ghosts that ends up coming across the hallway and stuff. It looks really good.
It's actually not that expensive if you actually really want to be involved with it.
Yeah.
For
Even
$25,
itself,
they can do it.
Just $5 donation is going to get you the game once it's out.
$25 will get you name personalization. $75 will get you to be a beta build tester.
Yeah,
I'd pay $75
name
for that.
personalization one at first confused me, and then I realized what it was. Is you pay $25, and they're gonna have one of the voice actors record your name in a creepy ass way. So instead of the demon just being "Arrgh," it'll be "John, I'm in your kitchen."
That's really
fucking
cool.
John.
Some of that's actually this is really cool. For $2,500, you can become a demon in the game.
Yeah. Beta build tester for $75. So
$300 you can actually be in the game.
I guess the first version is going to work on iPhone 5, iPhone 5C, iPhone 5S, 6, and 6 Plus. So unfortunately, us Android users have to wait a little bit after that. $150 gets your face in the game.
This actually sounds like a lot of fun. Let's see where are they at right now with their.
Yeah, I almost want to put in the $25, so I got somebody saying my name. That seems like it just ups the creepy factor by 1,000.
Yeah, they're about halfway of their through their goal. They're looking for $70,000. They're at $33,596.
Yeah, and
so, that's not bad.
If you look, it's actually on Indiegogo instead of Kickstarter. But if you look, it's flexible funding, which basically this guy, he said, I'm going to make the game no matter what, but how long it takes me or how good the game's actually going to be depends on how much money you guys give me. So no matter what, this game is coming. But if he's going to have to fork it all out of his own pocket, it's going to take longer to get here, which kind of sucks. So they're at $33,600 he wants $70,000 total, which isn't that bad for how cool this game looks.
Yeah, it looks like they're looking sometime around the middle of next year.
Yeah. He said beta in, like I said, February 2016. The final game, who knows? Like you said, sometime middle next year. I'm thinking he's hoping to have a final version out by Halloween. I mean, that would be my guess.
That's cool. That's a really neat game. That's one of those few games that are out there for my phone that I would actually consider playing.
Oh yeah, if it actually works and they have they're all math. They got math up there.
Oh wow, okay, they got math. That's good.
Yeah, whatever they explain their math. I fucked up my webcam just now.
Wow.
But they explain how it works, how it takes how it uses everything, like I was saying, your LED, your accelerometer, your GPS. So I guess he's saying if he gets enough money, he's going to work on the game and make it work outside. He was basically saying it's harder to get to work outside to where it's really scary, because he said mostly outside will just be dark, and it'll just be stuff on your phone. It'll be hard for the system to figure out where a tree is and put the thing behind a tree. Because in your house, using the LED, there's tons of walls and stuff for the light to bounce off, and the system has your house mapped out so it can really kind of figure out, what's going on. Oh, that would be sick, dude. If a haunted house, that's a good idea. Arctic Nirvana in the chat here on Twitch gave a good idea. What if at a haunted house you went to, like as you walk in, they hand you an iPhone, and they go,
"Oh, this is
good luck.
This is how you survive the game." And then,
Good luck.
that'd be badass because then what you do is you have your people in your haunted house, your real people, and you have to use your phone.
Yeah.
And you don't know if the person on your phone is legit or not. Yeah.
Oh,
that'd be fucking badass.
So, yeah, and you're holding the phone up, and you see somebody run across, and then somebody's coming slowly towards you, and you keep looking up past your phone. Okay, I see them. Oh, and then there's like somebody behind them too. that's not there. They're only on the screen. And like, oh shit.
That would be fun.
That would be.
I mean,
we're
slowly making our way towards that anyway with the Oculus Rift stuff.
Oh yeah.
So, I want to get a set of those so bad.
Speaking of Oculus Rift, I wanted to cover this real quick. How are we looking on time? Yeah, we're looking good. Oculus Rift, the Ouya, how do you say that? Oculus Rift, where is it? I'm just talking about most crowdfunded, most money made from crowdfunding. Oculus Rift is 39th on the list.
No shit.
With $2.5 million. They're actually below Laser Team, which, if you don't know, Laser Team is the movie being made by Rooster Teeth. Oculus Rift made less money.
Well, the only thing I can
Laser Team did.
I'll say the only thing I wonder is how much corporate funding did they get, or did Laser Team get for their crowdfunding games?
Well,
because
I'm sure there's stuff for Oculus that's not listed under their crowdfunding that they just got on the side, because I'm pretty sure they have money.
Yeah,
I'm pretty sure they might have more than $2.5 million, which is how much they ended up getting from crowdfunding. But here's the most ridiculous one. Let's just jump right to the top of the list. Star Citizen, which is a game that you can spend like $1,000 on one ship, I guess. But just ballpark it. I'll tell you, they're the number one most crowdfunded thing ever, not just for video games. So go ahead and ballpark it. Tell me how many. I'll give you a hint. It's millions. How many millions do you think Star Citizen could get?
The fact that I've never heard of them.
Have you ever played Wing Commander?
I played Wing Commander. To
Okay,
me,
the same guy that made Wing Commander is behind Star Citizen. I'll give you another hint.
32.5 million.
Well, almost. I'll give you another hint. There's 898,000 backers.
39.2 million.
No, $83 million.
Jesus Christ! And you said I was close.
Yeah, I was kidding. when you gather all their crowdfunding all together on Kickstarter, on his own website, on everything, which is all through online, I guess he's amassed a total $83 million for this game. And
that's fucking insane.
I was watching some videos on it. It looks intriguing. I guess he's been working on it since 2012, 2010. I guess he announced it and started crowdfunding in 2012. So he's been going for a while, and he just keeps raking in the money. Like I said, I'm pretty sure you can spend like $300, $400, $1,000 on a ship, because you can buy big ships, and then on your big ass ship, you can have smaller ships. But it's a free roam space simulator. So and it goes all the way. It goes all the way down to third person, all the way up to massive space battles.
I was gonna say that sounds a lot like Eve, and the amount of money that hands are exchanged, or that exchanges hands in that game, is obscene. Mm-hmm. I played that game very briefly and realized that
you don't have money.
I don't have the time. I mean, there's people that these people they'll play 23 hours a day. Just so they can, keep their shit going. And when shit goes down in that game,
Eve shit gets like free roam? Because I guess this Star Citizen, he said it's like the way the coding works, everything's dynamic. Nothing's coded into the game. So you can literally just keep going in the universe. And also, like, the physics, the space physics, the, like when your engine gets shot out in space battle, I guess everything is dynamic physics. Nothing's like, it's not coded into where, oh, if my left rudder gets shot out, I start drifting, to the left or whatever. It's not coded like that. Everything's dynamically processed as a realistic physics engine.
That sounds fun.
So it looks badass. I don't understand how he amassed $83 million, especially watching the video that's on his original campaign from 2012. It's just like, it's a 12-minute long video that takes him way too long to show how cool this shit is. I mean, by the end of the 12 minutes, you're like, oh, I want to play this, but I don't. $83 million for a video game? Crowdfunded?
Well, I feel special. I don't know about you, Oreo.
Oh, thanks, man. I don't know who you are, but you're cool too. You could do great things in life. Don't put your money into Star Citizen, though. They got plenty.
Yeah, no shit.
They set a Guinness World Record for most crowdfunded thing ever, I guess.
Wow. Didn't even know that was like a subsection of the Guinness Book of World Records. So, I mean, they're really reaching.
In the record book, it says 65.3 million, which obviously they've passed.
That's insane.
Yeah.
But I mean, some people, some of those games like that, man, they, people will, lose hours and hours, and you never hear about them because the people that would be talking about it are just too busy playing them.
Yeah.
And I guess that's the reason why I've never heard of this game. So.
Yeah. Well, I don't think it's officially out yet. Well, no, I think he just released like a beta version of it.
Excuse me.
I don't know. It's been a long coming game, and the full game is released 2016. It doesn't even give me a date. So yeah, the game's not even fully out yet. The scale of the game itself, I think that's why everyone's so interested in it. I mean, because it's space battles and it's Star Wars and all that, but being able to go from like tiny little third person to get in your ship and then fly out of the hangar of your bigger ship, and then you're in the universe, and then you're flying to another complete, like the Milky Way or whatever, and then having a huge space battle, and then getting off of your ship and you're back to your little guy, and like that's the scale there just really hasn't been done in a video game. You know what I'm saying?
I feel you.
Blah, 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 blah. Persistent universe, blah, blah, blah. I don't know. It looks cool. I don't know if I'll play it. That's one of those things that's almost too cool that I don't want to be a part of.
Well, that's one of those ones that'll just suck the life right out of you when you start playing games like that. I mean, because Eve was like that.
I don't want to play Eve either. I don't want to be playing and lose $24,000 in 20 minutes.
Well, that game was interesting because they have an in-game currency that is, and it's the way you gain money is to mine resources out of asteroids and planets and whatnot, and defend your mining from other people, because other people can invade, and it very much is whoever has the most resources wins the game, or wins and does the best. Excuse me, but one of those things that happened, I guess it was about this time last year. The creators opened up a couple of new servers that had a lot of resources in it. Mm-hmm. And so what the initial plan was is it would be open to people, and they can go in and start mining for resources and whatnot. But what they didn't anticipate was some of like the very top tier players all like showed up in the servers all at the same time, just try to be the first ones to get there and start collecting the resources. That they all ended up getting into this huge space battle, and the battles were so bad it was crashing servers, and it was lagging out to the point where it was taking 3 or 4 hours to complete one action, and it's because everything is all action based.
Yeah.
And they said that if you were to take the money that was in game, because you can use real currency to buy resources in game from other players and stuff like that. they said that the resources that were lost in the space battles was in the millions of dollars.
Millions? I thought it was like thousands.
No, it was millions of
Oh
dollars.
my goodness. Yeah, I can't be playing that game.
Like, so yeah, fuck that.
Holy shit.
Yeah, just because these people all wanted to battle over the resources and stuff. I mean, I tried to watch some of the video of people that were playing it, that were doing like live streaming and whatnot, and it was just lagging out. Like people were like, some of the best connections in the nation were like lagging out because because there were so many people on the
servers and shit.
Yeah.
Huh.
It's just fucking
I guess
funny.
this space. No, I forgot the name. Star Citizen. I got lost in the text reading through the information. I guess they have an in-game currency too, so they might be trying to take. They already have 80 million though. 83 million. They already have enough money. They don't really need in-game currency for people to be buying, but blah blah blah. 15 million, 39 million, 80 million. Yeah, I guess they just passed 80 million in April. And they're still getting more contributions and money. That's crazy. Just random people just giving you $80 million for a game that looks okay. It looks okay. It doesn't look worth $80 million. It looks really okay. It looks really good. Really good. Looks really cool. It doesn't look $80 million cool. $80 million from random people, not $80 million from a huge company like Konami.
What was their initial goal?
I just passed that too. Let's see. Blah blah blah. Development funding. In October 2012, they started campaigning, and an end date of the blah blah blah.
Okay, I'll tap dance while you're looking.
I don't see what their original goal was. It doesn't really matter though.
Well, I just wonder, like,
within 10 days they were at 4.2 million. That can't be right.
Well, what I was getting at was what, like, say for example, like you said they made $80 million. Say their initial goal was like say $50 million.
Yeah, within 40 days they made $4.2 million.
I mean, what do they do with that extra $30 million? I mean, there's only so many things that you can do and cram into a video game, and it comes to a point like, you have this initial idea, and you go to all these different people, and they say, okay, it's going to cost you X dollars to do this, X amount of dollars to do that, and you get to the end of it like, oh, okay, this is going to cost us. It's probably going to cost us maybe $35 to $40 million to make this game. Just to be on the safe side, let's ask for $50 million. You're like, okay, cool. We get $50 million, we'll be set. We'll get everything that we want. Get everything in, and then all of a sudden you're at $80 million. And then you got to be like what the fuck do you do with an additional $30 million?
Okay, here's how they got their 80 million. I just figured it out. So apparently, before the game's even out, you can not only back the program or back the game, you can also buy additional equipment. You can buy in-game virtual economy, which covers stuff like fuel and rental fees. There's fuel and rental fees in this game, Q.
Yeah, Eve is the same way.
There's cosmetic items and everything, but here's where they're making their money: the ships and the insurance on those ships. You can buy insurance on your ship, your virtual in a video game ship. I'm shaking my shit all around. Sorry.
Well, I mean, if you're investing a lot of money and time into something,
I guess
it's gonna be nice. I mean, I think it's kind of cool, to be able to do something like that and have that there. But I think it's neat that they're creating their own like fully encompassing economy within the game.
Well, I hope it's not pay to win. I hope it. I don't. It's pretty much is though. You buy a bigger.
It really
ship.
Is a lot. Yeah, a lot of those games are like that. But hopefully they treat it like some of these other games where there is a pay to win aspect to it. But a lot of even people that play games like Eve, you can kind of be like a small time kind of person and kind of stay off and do your own thing and not really worry about getting involved with the big league stuff, because there's people that that'll pay thousands of dollars to succeed, and then there's people that are just playing for the fun of it. And a lot of games, they'll take that into consideration, and they'll kind of not necessarily segregate you, but you'll see a lot of self-segregation because of it.
Well, I'm just blown away by how much money he already has, and the game's not out. And when the game comes out, and you got the in-game economy, fuel, rental fees, cosmetic items, and new suits, and new ships, and new paint jobs, and new weapons, and all this, and then like new game modes and new stuff, and rental fee. I can't believe he said rental fee. What are you renting?
Well,
is this? Is this? It's basically an entire economy in a game. You're gonna have someone that's rich buy a big ass ship, and you're gonna have little guys that can only afford a $50 ship are gonna have to pay me a rental fee to park their little ship on my big ass ship.
Yeah. Or I mean, they'll even be economies for for protections. You will literally have gangs in this where
Mobsters?
You'll have.
We need to invest in this game, Q. We need to hurry and get in this. We can.
I mean, I don't have a problem if you want to get in on this. I'm totally on board with it.
This is like exactly. We need to create an in-game mafia, and we're gonna.
And that's what'll happen.
We're gonna go around. We're gonna break windows unless you pay our insurance fee.
Yeah, I played. Oh shoot, what was the name of that? It was a Facebook game that it was.
The Mafia game?
No, it was a medieval game where you had your city to protect, and it was kind of like Age of Empires, kinda. And they were all. It was basically clan based, and you had people that that you worked in a clan with, and you all got together and protected each other's cities and whatnot. And there was totally people that did that.
There was in-game gangs.
Yeah, there was in-game gangs that would they would basically contact you and say, look, we see you're not in a clan or anything. You need to, if you want some form of protection, you need to pay us X amount of dollars, and people would fucking do it. And I'm not talking like paying in-game currency. Like, here's my PayPal account. You send me, if you want to play and be here in this server, you're going to have to pay me X amount of dollars.
Well, what were they getting out of it then?
What do you mean?
Satisfaction?
Yeah, I guess, or money.
Huh.
Yeah,
that's crazy. We need to have the pig boss. We need to get the pig boss in here. Fucking, he's going to be smashing some ships. Fuck. I guess this is what you do with all your extra money. You make a stupid... He's got a racing mode, cooperative modes, blah, blah, blah. I just don't understand what he's doing with $80 million. If you're one dude, he's not a studio. He's one dude that made Wing Commander or whatever back in the day, and now he's made this game, and he ends up making $80 million in 2 years. What are you doing with all that money? Is he hiring entire studios to work on his idea?
He would have to. I mean, See, this is my problem that I have with crowdfunding. Mm-hmm. I love the concept. Like, I'm 100% for crowdsourcing a video. Whatever your product is. If you've created a product that you can is really, really good and people will want to buy it, or B, you're a good marketing individual and can market whatever product you have. Like, I'm 100% for it. But like, what happens if this guy says, "Fuck it, I'm not doing this"? There's not really a lot of recourse. Well, I'm sure that Indiegogo
he has to deliver under Kickstarter, but only, I forget how much, only a few of the 80 was from Kickstarter. Kickstarter backs their thing where, like, if you break their code or whatever and you don't deliver those things you promised for those people that paid, then there's some legal problems and they're going to get their money back for their people.
No, for $80 million.
But for the rest of that money, the rest of that money he got, he can just kind of keep. That was just other people giving him just off of good faith. There's only a couple million on Kickstarter. There's nowhere that other like 60-something million. He can just keep.
Nah,
but according to him, this is the game he wants to play, and he's making the game that he wants to play, and it just happens to be a game that a lot of people want to play.
Well, I mean, I hope other people want to play it. I mean, it sounds fun. I would, if I had decent internet, I would love to play something like that.
Yeah, I wonder how it's going to work. I don't know. I mean, As much money as he has, he could create his own network for you to connect privately, and then this is how he makes even more money. He does it like Wall Street, where you pay for better connections to his servers.
Oh, fuck that guy.
So that you're a little bit faster.
That would be terrible.
Star Marine is expected to become available in alpha version in June 2015. Guess what, Q? We're in June 2015. Are you ready for Star Marine Alpha?
Sure, I'll take your word for it.
It's an $80 million game, Q. Destiny was $500 million. This is $80 million. This should be 1/5 the game of Destiny.
I mean, what does it take to get involved with it?
Oh, that's a good question. I think you have to back it a little bit.
I mean, are we talking $5, or are we talking like
for Windows and Linux? So, hopefully he has his security enough that people aren't just going to be pirating the shit out of it. I mean, I guarantee you can play it pirated, but I don't know if you can connect to his servers pirated. They're getting a lot better about that.
Yeah.
Lately. I'm trying to find the Kickstarter on it so I can see. I'm pretty sure you just have to give a little bit of money. Star Citizen Kickstarter.
I'll give you $5 to try it. I mean,
yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Even if it's in alpha.
I swear there was a thing that you could just try it for a little bit, like a demo period. Oh, okay. There's only 2.1 million that he made off of Kickstarter, so he made another $80 million separate from Kickstarter.
See, that's got to be corporate stuff and
blah blah blah. Yeah, even the $5 on Kickstarter is you get an electro skin, hull enhancement, can switch your whole appearance at a flick of a switch. So that's not even playing the game. Is the game just free? I mean, he has $80 million. Do you need to make money off of the game? Oh, here we go. A digital copy of the finished game for your PC with your Aurora spaceship ready to fly, 1,000 galactic credits, and exclusive access to the beta, and a white citizen's card. That's for $30.
Yeah, I mean, that's not bad. I mean, you're buying... I mean, shit, the console games are more expensive than that, so... early access to the game plus, kind of cool shit, $30.
Citizen. I'm trying to see if it's free. Star Citizen free trial. Star Citizen free for this weekend. Huh. Well, it seems like he's... how do you get into it then? Is it free to play or pay or what? I can't find a decisive answer. I can't imagine that he's also charging for the game when he already has $80 million from crowdfunding. I can't imagine you're going to then be like, all right, everyone that didn't get into that, you got to give me another $5.
Yeah.
That's... especially when he has an in-game economy where you're going to be buying more stuff.
Ugh.
Just make the game for free. You've got plenty. You're going to make more. It will be free to play, but you will need to buy the game when it is out. Well, what the fuck? that's
well, it sounds to me like what he's. It sounds to me like what he's saying is, you can play it for free, but you have to buy your way into the game. So it's not like subscription based or anything where you have to pay every once a month or whatever their rotation is to continue playing. That's what it sounds like. I could totally be wrong.
Okay. But there's two games. There's Star Citizen and there's Squadron 42, which are two different things inside the one game. They're both in the same thing. They both kind of countermingle. And it's $40 to get those two games. Once you own those two games, there's no reason to buy anything else. He says everything else can be earned from in-game credits unless you want to pay for them.
So so we're back to microtransactions.
I guess there are two. I guess one of them is a single player, which you can also have your buddies come in and help you do the missions. I guess there's missions. So like if you just want to play single player, you don't want your ship crushed and destroyed by other people. You just want to earn in-game credits and build up your thing and play the game and occasionally have your friends come in. then there's one version of the game. But if you want to have the entire universe and fly around and have it free roam, then you buy the other version of the game. Squad 40, Nirvana in the chat says Squad 42 is the third-person shooter aspect of the game.
That sounds fun. I mean, I'm not as big a PC gamer as I used to be, so I mean, I'd have to make changes to things to be able to do it. But I mean, I'd try it.
It still makes me laugh when these guys talk about insurance for their ships.
I mean, if you've got a lot of money invested in one of those, I mean, you think about it. You know, some of these games, like what this game sounds like, and then games like Eve.
Yeah.
You know, people can have thousands of hours invested in the construction of their ship, and if you have transactions, you could easily have a few $100s invested, and something was to happen, it was to lag or glitch or you just get your ass handed to you by a bigger ship. The ability to file a claim with Flow from Progressive, I mean, that'd be nice.
That's like me playing Grand Theft Auto and me paying money to build a ridiculous Corvette or whatever, and then paying also money to buy insurance. I guess in GTA you can use in-game money to have insurance on your cars, but when it becomes real money, that's different. Like when it's in-game and it's so easy to get the in-game money in GTA, and it's not that much for the insurance, and it's not that much for the cars. Especially once you have one and you drive around and that car is everywhere.
Right.
And there's the cheat codes and there's the hacking. Especially if you played GTA in the first couple months it was out.
Yeah, no shit.
But still, when it's different when real money, you're taking real money and buying a virtual ship and virtual insurance for your virtual ship.
Well, it all comes back to like that. God damn, I can't remember the name of that game that I was playing. Ebony. That was the name of the game. It was called Ebony, and I was part of a clan or whatever with a number of people, and I gamed with people all over the country and a few other different countries, and they had one little old lady that gamed with us, and she was like always online, and she and I got to talking about it. It all led up to I was going out of town for the weekend, and I wasn't going to be able to get online and play. Yeah. And she and I were talking about it, and she's like, "Hey, if you want to give me your login credentials, I'll keep an eye on your city while you're gone for the weekend." And I'm like, "Yeah, that'd be great. I appreciate it." So I gave her all my information and whatnot. And when I got back Sunday night, and totally good, nothing bad happened.
Oh, okay.
When I got back Sunday night and logged back on, I noticed that like I had tons of new buildings, and like my army had like tripled in size, and it was things that I could do, but it would take, like 5, 6, maybe even 7 days of actual like real life time to get all this stuff done, because it's all, you can only do so much an hour and stuff like that. And I asked her what happened, and she goes, "Oh, I invested like $20 into the game for you, and bought you a bunch of like speed up credits and whatnot, because you can buy credits that'll like speed up your production."
She beat your game for you?
Yeah.
Did she ask for the $20 back?
No. I told her, I was like, I really appreciate that. I was like, when I play games like that, I don't have any intention of like actually doing microtransactions to buy stuff like that.
Yeah.
And she goes, she's like, I do this for a lot of people that are in the clan. She goes, I just try to help them out. And I was like, do you, I flat out asked her, I said, like, is this something you got like a lot of money to spend, and, this is kind of your thing? And she goes, well, a lot of people, she says, I stay at home. She's like, I don't go anywhere. I totally stay at home all the time. Her husband had passed away, and her kids were grown and gone and whatever. She goes, a lot of people will pay, once a week they might go out for a nice dinner, or they might go to a movie every other week or something like that. And she's like, this is my entertainment. She goes, I don't spend any more money than you do for your entertainment. She goes, I just decide to spend my money doing this, and I'm like, well, how much do you spend, a month on the game? And she goes, well, I might spend, $100 to $150 a month, playing this game. And she goes, if you think about it, if you're, a middle class, married couple, you might spend $100 a month, maybe going out to a nice dinner, once or twice a month and stuff like that.
Okay.
I'm like, okay, I kind of see where you're coming from that perspective, but that was kind of her thing. So I mean, there's gonna be a lot of people that are gonna be like that.
Yeah.
That don't have a problem, dumping $10-15 a week, as part of their, allotted entertainment for the.
She sounds like the creepy dude in The Matrix.
Yeah,
I know.
No, she was actually.
I know this steak is fake, but it feels so good.
Yeah. Well, it's just some people are like that. They're just like this is.
Well, yeah.
This is what I do.
That's their fun, their hobby. Like you were saying, I was gonna say that too, before you even mention it. I know people that do that for their job. There's people that play like Farmville for their job. They charge whatever $5-10 a day, and all they do all day is just play Farmville on like 10 different people's accounts, and they're making $50, $60, $100 a day.
Yeah, just playing video games.
Yeah, for other people. So like I'm not even getting to enjoy it. I'm paying somebody else to play a game for me to level me up. Oh, that's whatever. I mean, that's the internet. There you go.
Yeah.
In a nutshell. Anything and everything for money.
Yeah, I mean, I can't say anything, I mean, I probably spend maybe $40 a month on picking up stuff for Warhammer and stuff like that.
Yeah.
So, I mean...
How about you pay me and I'll play Warhammer for you? Or wait, it would be the other way around. I'll pay you some money, and you play and enjoy Warhammer for me. How's that sound?
Yeah, exactly. I mean, shit, I'm at the stage where, like, how about I pay you, like, $20 and you come paint some models for me?
Oh, okay.
That's kind of where
paint
I'm
work?
That's the start.
Oh, well, I can do that.
I need to put up some more. I need to put up some videos and do some painting stuff.
Yeah, you do. On the Pigspod YouTube.
Yeah, I've got to get some more stuff up because I got my wife for our anniversary got me a whole squad of troops that I've been wanting. So I'm like, shit, now I got more stuff to paint. So they're badass. They're demon-possessed Space Marines.
That's her anniversary gift to herself. She's like, I'm going to give you something to do, so you leave me alone for a minute.
No, what we do right at tax season, as soon as we get our taxes back, we sit down and go, okay, what do you want for your birthday? And you're like, oh, okay, I want this. And we go ahead and order it and we put it away. What do you want for the anniversary? This is what I want. We order it and put it away. Yeah. So like in our closet, we've got an entire year's worth of gifts to each other, just sitting in the closet, and it's just like, happy anniversary. Here you go.
That wouldn't work for me. I know it's there. I'd go, you know what? It's not my birthday yet. I'm going to go ahead and open that now.
Well, that was like, it was Destiny. Destiny was supposed to be, I think it was supposed to be a birthday present from her to me. And she gave it to me in March or February?
Yeah. When's your birthday?
April.
Oh, well, that works.
Yeah, she's like, here, you can have it early. She's like, you won't get anything for your birthday, though. And I'm like, I don't care. There comes a point when birthdays really don't mean anything anymore.
Well, you still got it. You just got it early. That's like when you open something Christmas Eve. You don't count that out for a Christmas present.
Yeah,
it's still a Christmas present. You just already got it. So anyways, crowdfunding works. Go ahead and make a Star Wars game, and you can make $80 million. There you go. Speaking of Star Wars game, we might have to talk about... I don't know what we're doing next week, what we're talking about. We might have to talk about Star Wars. We might have to talk about... I don't know. There's so many games coming out. So much stuff.
The new Warhammer game coming up soon.
Yeah, new Warhammer game, new Halo, new...
You're going to have to get that game, just so you know.
Warhammer?
Yep.
Is it first-person shooter?
It's first-person shooter.
No.
Yep, you're getting it. You're getting it, because I'm not playing this by myself. You're getting it.
Is it co-op? Is it...
I think it's going to be a little... If it's anything like the Space Marine was, it had a multiplayer campaign co-op, and then it had multiplayer, like they had multiplayer 4v4, capture and defend, skirmish. They had like 6 or 7 game types that were, all of them were like really really good, and they were all like 4v4, 8v8.
We'll see when there's gameplay coming out. Oh, there's some. I still don't know when the Gears of War remakes are coming out.
Warhammer.
Halo 5.
I'm not even fucking touching Halo 5 until after Christmas. Yeah. I've already made my mind up on that.
I don't know if I'm touching it either. Ever. I might.
I mean, I want to play it. Like I it pains me to say that because I've not missed a Halo game since Halo 2. So I'm just the Master Chief Collection I'm so disgruntled about. I mean, I still can't.
Still doesn't work. You
it still
can
doesn't
play
work.
ODST now.
I haven't got my code.
Oh no? Did you check? I got it on Xbox, on my Xbox. They sent a message on Xbox Live with my code in it.
Unless they sent it to me today, I haven't. I didn't get anything yesterday while I was playing. So.
Huh. Well, but maybe they know you gave up on the game, and they're like, "Yeah, don't waste a code on this guy."
Oh, I'm just so. Because my whole thing for the Master Chief Collection was I don't care about any of the multiplayer stuff except the Halo 2 multiplayer. Like, that's it. That's all I want to play. And anytime a Halo 2 map comes up, no matter how it comes up, whether it's if I go into a Halo 2 game types, or if I'm just doing that where it just selects maps or whatever, anytime Halo 2 comes up, it crashes. And I get fucking dashboarded. And which I didn't even realize dashboarding was still a thing with Xbox One. I thought they fixed that.
Nope. I've had Destiny do it to me, but yeah. I don't play that game anymore, so it doesn't matter.
Yeah, whatever. You're just stubborn.
That's a good episode. Shout out to Arctic Nirvana. That guy is sweet.
Yeah.
It's nice.
Yeah.
Last time we had a stream, we had somebody, I forget his name now because it's been so long ago. He was in the chat for the whole time, and it gives a nice little outward, someone to bounce off of.
Oh, yeah. It's really nice.
Someone to point out when you say something wrong, and then you go, you know what? You're right. Because I'm talking too fast. I don't know what I'm saying. So I'll just say numbers and words.
Yeah, I think I'm going to keep the setup. I'm going to do a little bit more changes here in the office.
Yeah, I like it. Next time you can just lay down and we can do it like a therapy session.
Oh, you just here? We'll just do it up. Hang on. Well, let's see if I can stretch out here. Kind of come down here. There we go.
There we go. Therapy session.
Yeah.
So, how do you feel about Master Chief Collection?
Well, it all started when I was probably 16, 17 years old when I started playing Halo, and it all started then. And maybe it was because I wasn't held enough as a child. Maybe I was held too much. I mean, I'm not
interesting.
Really sure.
Interesting.
Yeah. So, I mean, it's just...
Have you ever been teabagged inappropriately on Master Chief Collection?
Well, when I was 21 and I was playing Halo 2, we were gaming really hard. We were doing a LAN session with some friends, and everybody came over with their Xboxes and TVs and shit, and alcohol happened, and I mean, the next thing I know...
Huh. Interesting.
Yeah. So
yeah, there we go. We can just do a whole...
We can do the whole
therapy
session.
We can just start a new podcast. Welcome to Gaming Therapy.
The only downside is I'm laying here in my office and I'm looking at the ceiling going, fuck, I need a dust.
Yeah, you do. I need a dust too. I don't want to look anywhere. You want to see what I got up on my shelf? Oh, you can't see my webcam right now, huh?
Yeah, I can't see your webcam. You have it turned off to me.
I have a Ken doll. Let me explain.
Show me on the Ken doll where you were touched.
Let me explain the Ken doll. Here, let me see if he works. Hang on.
Sorry if I'm making noise. I apologize.
I don't know if he works. So here's the story of the Ken doll.
Let's see, I have to see if I can turn it on my phone here.
Yeah, he's not working right now. I need new batteries. Okay, my wife has almost thrown this thing away at least 20 times since I've had it. I've had it for 3-4 years now. This Ken doll right here, I guess I should show it to the stream. Here's my Ken doll.
I'd like to see it, but I'm watching a fucking advertisement.
I gave him a Justin Bieber hair. He didn't come with his haircut. I kind of did a little bit. His shirt says "Ultimate Boyfriend," and then it says a bunch of stuff in like Spanish and Japanese and like whatever
other languages, but he's the ultimate boyfriend. Okay, and he's got a watch, whatever. But here's the story of. Have you ever been to like a white elephant present or white elephant party? Everyone brings like a random present, and you pass it around. You do the weird thing where you just end up getting whatever at the end of the night. I ended up getting this, and I wanted it because this is the creepiest fucking toy. I've scared the shit out of my wife with this toy because he's a recording device. You press his man pecs right here. I don't know if you can see that. Oh, it's even a heart. Look how cute that is. He has a heart.
I can't see it.
Oh. You press the little heart button on his pecs, and then you say something into him like, "Hello, I love you." And then he has 3 buttons here on the back. I don't know if you can see that in the video either. But one is normal speed. Oh, shit, it works. Oh my god, it works. Hang on. I'll show you why this doll is so amazing. I love you, Q.
I love you, Q.
So when you do that in the middle of the night, it freaks the shit out of your wife. But he has 3 buttons. One's normal speed. One is fast speed.
I love you, Q.
Or up higher pitched. And then one is the creepy low pitched. Can I have a kiss? I want to be your boyfriend.
Can I have a kiss?
So we've moved several times and I've kept him. I really wanted him at the white elephant. I forget what I traded for him. Whatever I had, I was like, I have to have that doll because it's the best. It's the best practical joke machine ever. You can creep the shit out of anybody. If I just randomly take this somewhere with me, and you just kind of have it in your pocket and you press the button. Oh my god, dude! Anybody. I'm saving that for Halloween. I'm going to be using that on Halloween, but it's so creepy. Especially, I don't know if this is true or not. I don't know why I'm stuttering talking about it. Maybe I'm scared, but my wife has said that thing's gone off just by itself. Like it'll be sitting in the corner or whatever, or like in the closet, and all of a sudden you'll hear it say, "I love you."
Well, I got one for you that's even worse. So when my daughter, she's got a teddy bear, it's about yay big, and it's called a Cora doll, and the bear's name is Cora, Cora, I think it's how it's spelled. And what you do is it has a USB port, and you plug it into your computer, and you pre-program it with your child's name, your parents' name, or the parents' names, the child's birthday, the parents' birthdays, all these different events,
Jeez. You give it your bank account information too?
Yeah, if you want to, yeah. And you give it all this information, and it'll interact with your kid and go, oh, it's your daddy's birthday, let's sing happy birthday to daddy, whatever. And it knows your child's name, and it'll go like, for mine, it'll be like, I love you, Isabel, and it'll do all these things, and then you can have other dolls for the same manufacturer, and the dolls will talk to each other, and you can personalize the names, and they'll sit and they'll have conversations. I mean, this thing is like a fucking like computer version of like the Furby dolls or whatever. So this thing, you can set it up and forget that it's on kind of thing, because it'll kind of go into sleep mode or whatnot.
Yeah.
And this was back maybe last November, I think it was, back in the last year. The baby was in her room. She was asleep. It was like 3-4 o'clock in the morning, and we've got the baby monitor on, and you hear this, I love you, Isabel. And you're like, and it comes to the baby monitor, so it's already fucking weird enough as it is. And then it's like, how are you today? And talking and doing all this. And my wife, my wife is usually the one that she'll get up and she'll go look in on Isabel in the middle of the night, because I have to work in the morning, and we'll do that. So she's usually up doing that, and she's like punching me. She goes like, "You fucking go in there. I'm not going in there. You go in there." So I go in there and I open the door, and like on the teddy bear's chest is the button that you can push for it to interact with you, and it's a little red heart that you push, and it's got a LED behind it that lights up. So as I open the door, all you see, it's completely dark in the room, and you see this little flashing red heart in the center of the room and the floor. It's like, "I love you, Isabel." I turn that thing off. It is now in a box in the back of the closet with no batteries in it.
Is it still talking?
No, it's like done. Like I took the batteries
out. You're all
out.
putting it away. You're like taking the batteries out. It's all, "What did I do? I love you, John. I
was waiting for that shit, because I'm like, like I've seen these movies and it never ends well. The father always dies in some horrific, tragic accident to save the family.
Everyone dies but the kid, and the kid's at the end of the movie holding the doll, like loving it.
Yeah, I'm like,
yeah, that's
I know
the
how this
beginning
ends.
to every horror movie. The "I love you" doll.
Yeah, like no, I was done with that shit, and I think.
So you don't want me to bring my Ken doll over?
If you mean, it happens, but and I mean, it's a really cool idea because, there's a whole series of toys and stuff that they'll all interact with each other, and it's supposed to help with, teaching speech and teaching words and stuff like that to, and it's really cool, but it's also kind of fucked up.
Yeah.
Because, of shit like that, and I'm like, no, I know how this ends.
I'm going to get cut up in the middle of the night.
Yeah, no, Well, that was an episode.
Oh.
So is this all going to be like bonus content on the episode, or
whatever? That's a good episode. Stephen Hawking.
Speaking of that, Eddie Redmayne, he's made news. He's going to be in. Eddie Redmayne is the one that played Stephen Hawking in the Theory of Everything movie.
Oh yeah.
He's going to be playing I don't know if they've released his name yet or if I just don't remember it. He's going to be playing the lead character in the new Harry Potter spinoff movie. So like the
what?
There's a new Harry Potter movie coming out that is a spinoff of one of the other books that the author wrote. Something about. We'll have to have an episode where we put.
Who is he? We don't know who he's playing.
I don't know. If
he would be. Well, I don't know. I'm not gonna say
he's
anything.
playing the characters in this book. I think are like completely aside to the characters from the Harry Potter franchise, and it's set in the world.
I like it already. I don't need to see it.
Yeah. So, we'll have to get some more information, and then
what about
maybe
Stephen Hawking? Is he gonna play in it?
Well, I mean, of course he's going to be in it. He's in everything, so.
I'd like to see him wave a wand and then type something on his computer.
Len Guardian Leviosa.
It's Hermione's there. It's Leviosa. Shut up, Hermione. I'm smarter than you.
Yeah, no, you're not.
Just saying, Leviosa.
Leviosa. So. Yeah, we'll have to do a Harry Potter episode again.
Sweet,
and
I like it.
And do a Stephen Hawking version.
All right. Well, that's the episode. Shout out to Nirvana, Arctic Nirvana.
Big shout out.
Cold, old school rock bands. Shout out to Q. Shout out to Kendall. Shout out to Kendall. Shout out to whatever. Follow us on like Twitch and the YouTube and the Facebook and stuff. Whatever. We'll be doing this again next week. I don't know what we're talking about.
Yeah, while we're thinking about it, don't forget to go like the Facebook page because we are 10 likes away from doing a T-shirt. And then we are 35 likes away from the big custom game controller. So we're getting there. We're almost there, Oreo.
Yes. Custom game controller. Do it. Do it right now, or else I will haunt you in your sleep. I will haunt you in your dream. Even when you're having a good dream, I will haunt you.
I will turn your wet dreams dry. Good night, Oreo.
All right. Good night.